so we don't miss anything.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah, we
see.
can do I guess a role play for what do you want to do? Like a fitness offer or
Yeah, I thought fitness would be good. And talking to somebody tomorrow about a fitness offer. So be relevant. But yeah, so right now I feel a little bit robotic
okay.
and I'm trying to just get the reps in, get in the flow. So I thought we could focus more on the intro and discovery instead of going through the entire thing. I know you're a little short on time,
No worries.
but I thought we could go through that and I could practice asking questions, chunking down,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Let's do it. Yeah, so
hopefully
I'll be the
get it
prospect.
to get it to flow so I'm
Yeah.
not stumbling. So,
You don't
one
have like
sec.
a script up in front of you, do you?
I do not have a script. I got a
Okay.
little checklist over here to kind of
Okay.
guide me, but it's not a script.
No worries. Let's do it.
So, yeah, man, ready when you are. So,
Yeah.
hey, Ben, you there?
Hey. Yeah, I am. How's it going?
Hey, Ben, this is Dennis. Good to connect.
Yeah, man. Nice to meet you.
Cool. So, I know we've got about 45 minutes today. So, let's dive right in. We got a lot to cover. And is that cool with you? Sound fair?
Yep.
Great. So, I found that with these calls, the best place to start is getting a better handle on your situation and understanding where you are, where you want to be, and what's preventing you from accomplishing your goals.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about where you're at right now and your biggest challenge as far as your health and fitness.
Yeah. So right now, um, I'm not in as good of shape as I used to be. Wouldn't say I'm fat, but right now, my I guess my biggest challenge is just balancing staying in good shape year round with my work schedule. And I guess I want to switch things up, maybe keep things interesting, try different types of exercises.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you're not in the shape you want to be in, and it's not what it used to be.
Mhm.
But help me understand because when you say you're not in the shape you used to be, what do you mean by that?
Oh man, I was like 6% body fat like a couple of years ago. It's like really shredded. Now I'm probably, I don't know, 18, 17, maybe more. I don't know.
Okay. So you used to be about 6% body fat. Now you're 18, so your body fat's about tripled from where it was before.
Yeah.
Okay. And what have you done to try to address that increase in body fat?
Do you want a quick pause? Should we
Sure.
pause? Like give you
Yeah, we can pause.
maybe some suggestions. You're on a great start. Great start, like nailing the paint. Um, what have you done is taking me off the paint, right? I feel like going into, well, why is that a problem? Like, like deeper into the pain before you get, because what have you done is almost like you're transitioning out of the pain into the solutions, right? So like, um, you might act like, okay, so your body fat's triple, so I guess what's going on that makes you want to solve that now? Why is that a problem? It's
Yeah.
still not really clear, right? Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. Yeah, good point.
So just going deeper, just unpacking, just however you want to do that.
Yeah, so I understand that your body fat has gone up from about 6% up to 18% today. But what is going on right now that has you focusing on this issue?
Hmm. Yeah, well, today's my birthday. I just turned 38. And I know that um I know that I don't want to let myself go because I don't want to, I don't want to be in my 40s and be all fat and stuff. But I mean, really, realistically, we're just right now, like summer's coming up. I want to be back in good shape. My girlfriend, like when I first started dating her, I was really ripped, and every now and then she's like, "You're skinny now," or like, it's like I'm losing like muscle mass, and it's just that's bothering me.
Okay. So summer's coming up, and
What's
it's
the
your
most
birthday
painful thing?
today.
Well, what's the most painful thing I just said? The most, you know,
Well, it sounds like so there's a few things going on. There's kind of a natural timeline or deadline with the birthday. And as you're approaching your 40s, that's a milestone where you're kind of like reevaluating things. And then the other thing was about your girlfriend. So it seems like you're getting external pressure from that to try to get into better shape again and get lean again.
yeah, well, yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, we're back in the rule. Yeah, yeah,
Would you say that's the biggest thing?
yeah. In my mind, I'm always thinking like, what's going on right now? Like, what's like the juiciest thing that you could talk about that's happening right now, right? So yeah, timeline, the summer, yeah, 30, like talking like in four, okay, but hold on, you said that your girlfriend is like saying you look skinny now is bothering you. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we
How
kind
often?
of drill
Yeah,
down on that part.
yeah, it's the juiciest thing, really. Because other stuff is relevant. Like you can go into that later of like the timelines and stuff of like, okay, well, if I'm trying to say, oh, I want to think about it or something, like you can get me tied down as okay, so summer's coming up. Why do you want to do this now if you do? Oh, well, to be honest, I just want to start bulking up again and blah blah blah.
Yeah. And then we're getting into kind of like future goals.
Yeah, like basically just high downs,
Okay.
commitments.
So let's pick up from the girlfriend. So
Yeah,
your girlfriend she she said you're looking skinny.
yeah,
So t tell me about that. What was your reaction to that comment?
yeah. It definitely stung. Uh, you know, I um, I'm not like it's something I'm like, yeah, I've been, I guess, sacrificing going to the gym as frequently as I used to. And I used to be very strict with my what I ate and my workout routines. And I would work out twice a day, like every day. And I'm like, well, if I'm gonna make more money in sales, I need to dial that back because it's taking up a ton of energy and time. But at the end of the day, dude, you know, there's still like in my head, I feel like I'm still the version of me that was really ripped. But then her saying, "Oh, you look skinny," it's kind of like, "Oh shit." I don't want to let myself go that much. You know what I mean?
Right, but I'm a little bit confused because you mentioned your body fat had gone from 6 to 18%, but your girlfriend made a comment that you look skinny. So, which would imply that you had actually lost weight. So help me understand what's going on there.
Yeah, I think I had low body fat, but I think I just not only did I gain weight, I just lost muscle mass because I haven't been doing like the same workouts I used to do, and um, yeah, basically like gaining weight and also losing body fat.
So it sounds
Or
kind of like,
sorry, not gaining weight and losing muscle. I mean,
right. So it sounds kind of like skinny fat physique, where you go up in body fat, but maybe you've lost some muscle over that
yeah,
time. I'm kind of speculating a little bit, but that's kind of what it sounds like. You mentioned working out though. So are you working out right now?
Yeah, I go maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and I go for walks in the morning.
Okay. And then what do those workouts look like?
Um, I still think we're like it's fine. We can go into you could still go deeper on that. Of just like okay, so skinny fat. I'm like when I heard that, I was like ah fuck, you know. Hey, wait, like you could probably go into like the timeline of how, when you say skinny fat, like what do you mean? Is that accurate? Do you feel skinny? Yeah, yeah, I do. Okay, and like I mean, where like what part of your body do you feel like you've lost muscle, or where are you gaining fat now? Oh, it's here, it's there, and like how long have you noticed that, and is that having any impact on you, in any way? Well, yeah, this is happening. Okay, so it's been going on this long. You feel this way. Your girlfriend's saying you look small. Da da da. You're getting older. I guess. Um, then you could probably go into the next part, which is like, okay, so let's, I guess the first part is just getting to like the burning problem of, making me feel really shitty about the shape I'm in.
Okay, so let's pick up on that then. So I noticed when I said skinny fat, you had a little bit of a reaction there. So can you tell me more about that? Like when you see yourself in the mirror, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I look smaller, less defined. I've got like, I don't can't really see my abs anymore, and yeah, I'm just kind of looking like a, I don't know, skinny fat, I guess. No, I wouldn't say fat yet, but I'm getting close.
And you said you can't see your abs anymore. So what does it feel like now when you look at where your abs used to be
Yeah.
and see that they're not there?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely stings because, um, like a few years ago, if I would like go to like a pool party or something, people would be like shocked. They're like, "Holy shit, dude!" Like they try to like touch me and stuff, and now I'm just like, man, like what, what the fuck happened? So, yeah, I guess it's a hit to the ego.
Yeah, and how long has it been now since you've been able to see your abs?
Mm, Probably since 2 summers ago, maybe.
2 summers. So actually, it's been almost 2 years now since you've been able to see your abs and that definition. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where to go from here on this question.
Yeah.
I
So
can go a little more into the impact, but I'm not sure if
yeah,
we want to
yeah,
dig deeper into it.
yeah. I mean, pretty much. I mean, is okay. So 2 years have gone by since you've last seen your abs. You're losing muscle. Where are you losing the muscle at? Oh, my shoulders, my arms, my chest. Okay, and then your girlfriend's obviously making comments. You said it's a shot to the ego. I mean, when you think of that, all that when you think of the shape you're in versus what you used to be in, like how does it make you feel?
Hmm.
So just like you can have a few more probes on where am I losing muscle because it's real. It's like we want to talk about what's going on right now. um but you could either go like into the
Yeah,
how does that make you feel? Does that have any impact on any other parts of your life? Okay, so you feel really shitty. Where else is that affecting you right now? Oh,
yeah.
okay, this place. Okay.
Cool. Okay, so putting your abs to the side for a moment, you mentioned that you were losing muscle as well. So where do you see that happening on your body?
Yeah, definitely my shoulders, my arms, my chest, legs, pretty much everywhere, I guess.
And if it's okay, I'm going to be a little bit personal here. I've noticed you kind of looking away from the camera as you were talking about where you've been losing muscle. So I'm curious how that's impacting you because it seems like it's something that's difficult to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I guess it is difficult because I've always been in pretty good shape. I've kind of been, I guess, telling myself that I'm still in good shape because I'm still going to the gym, but I guess it's a bit of a reality check that I guess I'm just kind of lying to myself.
So you've been in pretty good shape in the past, and like we said earlier, you were at 6% body fat. Now you're somewhere around 18% body fat. You don't see abs where you used to, and you've lost muscle around your upper body, around your shoulders and your arms. And on top of that, your girlfriend's been making comments about your physique as well, saying that you look kind of skinny. So I'm curious how all of this ties together and how it's impacting other areas of your life as well.
Mm, yeah, I would say just my self confidence, maybe on sales calls, and there's definitely like a part of you that if you're in really good shape, I feel like you're more confident on a sales call and you're more, yeah, I guess prouder of yourself. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say it's negatively impacted my relationship, but it's well, maybe it has, I guess.
Okay. And in what way has it impacted your relationship?
Um, yeah, like I guess let's say like we have a lot more nights where me and my girlfriend just end up just going to sleep versus having sex.
Okay. And you feel like there's a direct connection between the way you look and how it's affecting you in that way?
Yeah.
Okay. And how does it make you feel when you're not having the intimacy you're used to because of what's going on with your fitness and your physique?
Uh, yeah, it's frustrating because I've told myself that I'm going to put more energy into making money rather than the amount and time and energy that I put into the fitness. But um, yeah, I feel like by doing that, I'm not. It's like taking away from other parts of my life, and if I'm being honest, I could probably would be making more money if I was just in better shape anyway. I'd probably have more energy and more confidence and be more disciplined.
So it sounds like it's affecting your confidence as well as your physical relationship with your girlfriend. And according to you, also uh, how much you're earning at work. So, what have you been doing to try to get out of this situation and try to get back in shape again? Because I understand you've been working out, I think you said a couple times a week, but it seems like that hasn't moved the needle for you. So, besides the working out, are you doing anything else to try to get back down to 6% body fat and be fit again?
Um, yeah, I mean, I haven't really changed up that much. I tried a few different workout routines, but sorry, just offering calling me. 1 second. Pause.
I'm out.
Um, so yeah, like just I guess some other directions that you could have went because you could have probably just even twisted the knife even harder of like, well, how do you feel like your girlfriend? So you were in really good shape when you were with your girlfriend. How, how and how would you like how you if you were describe yourself as skinny fat now, how do you feel like she feels? Because it sounds like it's affecting the relationship of the intimacy. How do you think she feels? Yeah, I don't know. Well, if the tables were turned and she put on a whole bunch of weight, you know, how would you feel? Not good. How long would you stay with her if she didn't do anything about her shape? Mm, 6 months. Oh, really? Wow. And so you said it's been 2 years since you've been in good shape. So that's 4 times longer than what you would give her if the tables were turned. Is that accurate? Yeah. Okay. Do
Yeah,
you
that's good.
you want to
I think,
continue like do you want to continue like you could definitely switch there of you ask like what are you doing? You could just ask, well, why do you feel like you're in this situation? And I also mentioned
yeah,
there, I admitted that I was lying to myself. It didn't really do anything with that. That's like a big opening. Okay, so you said you were lying to yourself. That's pretty honest. So like, what have you been lying to yourself about? Okay. Well, do you feel like part of the reason why you're still in you're not in good shape is because you've been lying to yourself? Yeah. Do you want to continue doing that? No. Why not? Well, because I just know like I got to face reality if I'm going to lose the weight and keep it off and get back in good shape. Okay. Well, why now do you want to stop lying to yourself? Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting any older. Was there any specific moment where you were maybe looking in the mirror or talking to your girlfriend where you were like, okay, enough's enough. It's time for me to start making some changes with my physique. You can go down that road as well.
yeah, yeah, good points. I think the thing a lot of people struggle with is like how far down the rabbit hole do we go?
See, the problem is that you know,
But I do feel like at this point I don't have enough meat. Like, yeah, you feel bad about yourself. Yeah, it's causing some problems in your relationship, at least from your perspective. And
yeah.
you think maybe it's causing problems at work as well. But it doesn't feel like burning issue yet. Like, yeah, things kind of
Yeah,
suck,
you could call that
but
out too. It's like, well, okay, so this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, right? Yeah, it's moving on for this long. You said you're taking an ego hit, it's affecting this, it's affecting that. Can I share like an observation? Yeah. You don't seem that bothered by it. Why is that? I guess, yeah, like I said, I guess just kind of lying to myself and telling myself that everything's fine and I'm not in bad, horrible shape. There's people in worse shape. Hmm. Is it fair to say that you've been in denial about the way you look and how bad it is? Yeah. How bad would you say on a scale 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, like how bad would you say your current shape is and how it's affecting your life right now? I don't know, like a 5. It's like, come on. Yeah, probably like 7 or an 8. Do you feel like you're going to do you feel like you're going to make any significant changes if this is not a 10 out of 10 burning problem? If you continue to lie to yourself and continue to say it's not that bad? No. Why did you get in good shape in the first place? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it was blah blah blah. Okay. So considering that you got in really good shape before, why, if you are you looking for help this time to get back into good shape since you've done it before? Oh, well, blah 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 blah. So there's like all kinds of different ways that you can go.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm just like processing right now. I want to come back and watch this again because you had some good different good directions we could have gone in.
Yeah. But the main thing is like, is there a burning problem? There's a like
Right.
the way I always describe it is like I live in my apartment right now. I always say like I tell myself, you know what? I don't really like my apartment. I want to move. But it's not a burning problem until it's like I'm not willing to stay one more day in this fucking apartment. I got to find a new place like right now. Right? So
Yeah, it's just
is it
discomfort you're willing to deal with.
exactly. Well, so it's like okay, so you've been lying to yourself, basically in denial about how bad it is for the past 2 years. It's affecting your money. It's affecting your confidence, your ego taking a hit. It's affecting the intimacy with your girlfriend and possibly hurt the way that she feels about you. I'm curious because most people would be very bothered by that. You seem like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you just kind of mention it like
You just like leave
nonchalantly.
that as a statement. It's yeah, it just seems like it's not bothering you at all. Like, is it or isn't it? No, it is. Okay. Tell me more. Like, why? Why now after not doing anything for 2 years are you now at the point where you're looking into outside help to get this fixed?
Yeah, like I understand that you're approaching 40, but that's still a couple years away. So what
Back,
was the catalyst that made you decide to get on the call with me today to
yeah.
do something about this?
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is I was just down in Mexico for like a mastermind. And I always kind of told myself that you 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 know, you can't really be in really great shape and be making a lot of money and have like a really great relationship. It's like it's usually two
That's
out
like
of three.
the trifecta.
Yeah, the trifecta. I'm like, well, right now I'll focus on making money in my relationship and my health will be like in maintenance mode. But then when I was down there, I realized that no, it's actually not true because there are many people there that had all three. And so I guess I just started thinking about, okay, well, maybe it's time to, you know, step this back up. And I don't know, it's, I guess, more than getting in good shape again, but it's, I think about getting back to that old identity.
Yeah, like there's always ways to rationalize it, but like you said, identity. I think we want to challenge the prospect to be the type of person that's going to take their health and fitness seriously now and get in shape now instead of letting this continue to slide for another 2 years and have
Yeah.
these negative effects.
So you would just turn that into a question. Cool. So if I'm understanding you right, like you're, you've, your body fat's tripled, you lost muscle. You probably didn't go to the weight, but you're like, well, how much do you weigh now? What did you weigh at once at 66% body fat? Okay, so you gained 30 pounds. Um, it's affecting your confidence. It's affecting your relationships. You're not having sex as much with your girlfriend. You feel like she's bothered by it. You know, if the tables were turned, you probably would have broke up with her. You could have went down that angle. um, and you said it's also affecting your money. Like you're just not making as much money, which just sounds like is the most important thing to you. Well, are you going to continue staying in this pattern of lying to yourself, denying the fact that it's that bad and continue, putting in minimum effort and not getting this problem solved.
Yeah, the other good thing about uh, pounds, because we didn't go that direction, the the numbers sound worse or more attractive the bigger they are, right? So if we say, well, you went from 6 to 18% body fat, but you say you've lost, gained 25, 30 pounds, it's a bigger number. So it sounds
Yeah.
like it's more, even though it's the same thing because of the increase in body fat. So that could have been something more tangible to hold on to. So instead of like, hey,
Yeah.
6 to 18% body fat, actually, so you're saying you've gone up, you've gained 30 pounds over the past 2 years. So that's about 15 pounds a year. And no, we didn't go into like,
Going
well,
going in the
has your
wrong
weight
direction.
stabilized?
Yeah, going in the wrong direction. More fat, less muscle. Was that the goal?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Like, where do you think you're going to end up in another 2 years at 40? Will you gain another
Yeah.
30 pounds if we continue down
It's
this
like,
path?
well, yeah, I mean, so if you continue doing what you've been doing, is it fair to say by 40, you're gonna, triple your body fat again, or I guess add another 12% to your body fat and lose even more muscle? Is,
Yeah.
I mean, are you okay with that? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or I might say like, how much longer are you willing to go down this path?
yeah, I mean, towards the end of the discovery or whenever you want, really, but that's the whole thing. It's like rather than future pacing, well, what's going to happen if by the time you turn 40, you, you know, your girlfriend breaks up with you and then you're all fat now and you look like shit. And, you know, like that's like a future hypothetical, but it's much more powerful to be like, okay, so you've been gaining, you know, 20 pounds, 15 pounds a year, 6% body fat every year, losing muscle, you know, it's making you feel like shit. It's affecting this, it's affecting that. You're not happy. How much longer are you willing to continue operating the same way that's led you to be in the situation you're in right now? Oh, all right, well, yeah, I'm done with that.
How much would you get into current workouts and nutrition? Because those are factors, but it doesn't seem
It,
like I mean
it's super irrelevant. It's like, okay, so like in the solutions, it would be like something minor that I would go into like towards the very end of the discovery, which is like,
right.
what are you doing now? Okay, I mean, um, or what do you feel like you need that you're not doing now? Oh, well, I probably need to go to the gym a few more times. I need like a flexible meal plan. I need like a workout routine that I find enjoyable and fun is something that I can maybe some accountability to go to the gym more frequently, maybe a community of people that are doing something so that I feel more engaged. Okay, and then why do you feel we are the ones that, or I guess there's a few ways to ask, but so, you know, do you like you could just ask, well, do you feel like that we have all those things, or why, if you do you want those things from us? Oh, well, I liked your ad and the content, and I saw your testimonials and stuff, and it seems like there's other busy people that are, able to get in really good shape doing what you're doing, and it seems really cool. Okay, cool, done. Don't really have to talk about that.
Yeah, yeah, I would have done those later on um, to see what else you've tried,
Yeah,
but
the big
uh,
objection based off of if I were trying to close me would be like, okay, so it's been 2 years that you've not been in shape. You're not bothered. It doesn't seem like you're that bothered by it. So why is today going to be any different? Why not just go another, what's going to change if nothing changes? It's like either
yeah,
that or like I feel like I can do it myself. So, well, you've done it before. Why can't you do it again? Well, before I had way more time and was way more dedicated and stuff like that. Okay, so why this time do you feel like you need help? If you do, well, yeah, this time I just I just don't have the time. I need something more structured that I could just follow and not have to think about. Ah, okay.
Yeah, the big thing that I was missing was the urgency. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, these things suck and they're uncomfortable, and I don't really want to deal with them, but I am dealing with them just
Yeah.
based off my behavior. So,
Right.
where's the urgency to
Has
change
any,
this
yeah,
today?
exactly. Well, has anything changed for you to be like no longer willing to be, you know, I guess complacent or will or just ignoring the reality that you're getting in worse shape every single day? Like, has there been a turning point where you're now like, okay, something has to change? Like, what happened? Well,
Yeah,
actually, yeah, this thing happened. It's like in physics, like an object in motion stays in motion, but usually something happens which gets us, a painful thing happens, and then we're going into a different direction now because it's like, oh fuck, you know, who knows what it is, but there's something that happened which has got us on a call. People don't just click on ads, but usually there's some type of turning point moment where they're now open to ads and they start seeing them, and they start following fitness people, and next thing you know they're on a call, not just random. Usually there's some painful event because, like, if somebody's 300 pounds, they've been that way their entire life. Their pain's not in the fact that they're 300 pounds. It's like something recently shifted where they're no longer willing to keep being 300 pounds. It's not the fact that they're 300 pounds, but usually it's something else outside of them. Like, could be anything, like the relationship, or maybe something else, or seeing other people that, like, who knows? It could be many things.
it could be clothes aren't fitting, having trouble sleeping, comments from
Yeah.
other people, comments from family, right? Putting pressure on
Yeah.
you. And it just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. But there's got to
Yeah.
be some type of catalyst
Yeah.
that is causing you to reevaluate where you're at and how to get out of the situation. Because if somebody's 300 pounds, they wake up 300 pounds every day. That's just normal for them.
Yeah.
So there's no incentive there just based off of that to change.
Yeah. You also probably tied into, okay, hmm, so you mentioned at the very beginning that it's your birthday, you just turned 38. You talk about, you know, not wanting to be in bad shape in your 40s. Like, what's behind that? Oh, uh, well, when my dad was, my age, he was in really good shape. And then he started running businesses, and I watched him get into really bad shape, and he got kind of fatter and fatter, and he kind of traded his health for making money. And then he developed diabetes, never really fixed his health, and that turned into kidney disease, and he ended up dying young. Like, okay.
Yeah. So now you've got the prospect is telling them the same story. Like I'm kind of heading down the same path and I don't want to end up the same way.
Yeah, you could just hide down. So do you feel like if you keep going on the same path that you're on, that something similar, if not the same, would happen to you? Yeah. How's that make?
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about that? How does it make you feel?
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Fuck, dude. There's no way. There's no way I want to do that. Okay, but you've been on that path for the past 2 years. Why not just put it off for a few more years? Take care of your health when you're 40.
Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to wait
Yeah.
anymore. Da da da.
Yeah. So we kind of like lost track of the role play, but
Yeah, we did. It's okay though. This is good. This is good practice for me, especially. I know you've done it a lot. But yeah, I think so. I would say we can give key takeaways. Key takeaways for me is I started to kind of like the probe and chunk down a bit, but I stopped short. I should have gone further. And just, I knew that I had to go further because I didn't
Yeah.
feel that I reached that burning problem yet. To me, those were symptoms,
Mhm.
right? So symptoms are inconveniences with the girlfriend and with the way you look in the mirror. But a lot of people deal with that stuff and they don't change.
Yeah.
So I just have to remind myself, keep going.
Yeah.
Uh,
Usually if you keep digging and keep going and getting deeper and deeper and deeper, the burning problem just presents itself.
Yeah, and
Okay,
I
so
jumped
like
off a little bit too. Like so we I'd ask a
yeah.
question, you'd answer, and I kind of like stay on the same topic, but I didn't stay like right on that exact point.
Yeah, that's a
So
big one.
yeah, I need
'Cause,
to do with that. I think I did okay with like the recapping, but to like really hone in on that point and not let go of it until we get to that burning problem would have
exactly.
been a better approach.
Yeah, that's like a lot of people do the same thing because they're trying to like move the conversation forward, but like if you get, if you keep digging and digging and then you get to the burning problem and then you stay on it, you know, that that is like 90% of the battle, really. It's like, oh, okay, so this thing is going on, which is really bothering you. It's like, and you see people, you know, they start squirming and looking around and getting all uncomfortable and you're like, all right, well, I know we're on something real now, so let's talk about it. It's just like you've part of the sales process, the discovery is like finding the pain and then holding them in the pain until they're like,
Yeah.
I'm not willing to go one more day. Like the urgency, you don't create urgency. It's you uncover it and then you know you half of the so there's like finding the burning problem. It's usually not enough. It's like, okay, you got the burning problem now, but like what's causing it? It's like the second half, right? And it's usually not usually, it always is something that we're doing or not doing, right? In other words, it's our fault, which is ownership. So it's like once I connected, it's like, okay, it's really bad. We know how bad it is now, how severe this problem is, and how much it's affecting you, how much it sucks. You don't like it, and it's affecting all these other areas. How much is costing you in lost sales, and how much, how little sex you're having compared to what you were before, and how you feel about that. Okay, great. Well, why are you in this situation? Why do you feel it? Oh, I don't know. Well, can I make a suggestion? I noticed that you're telling me all these negative things. A lot of people would be very upset about it, but you don't seem that bothered. Why is that? Ah, yeah, I guess I've just been kind of telling myself it's not that bad. Okay, is it fair to say that's part of, if not the reason why you haven't made this change? Yeah. Hmm. Interesting.
Would you push back a little bit more and say something like, so based on what we've covered so far, if I can be be frank, it doesn't seem like you're that bothered by this weight gain. And I just want to be clear that the types of people that enroll in this program have absolutely had enough and they're not willing to tolerate where they're at
Yeah.
for another minute.
Yeah.
But I just don't see that from you. Do you
Yeah.
feel you're at a turning point right now where you're not willing to let this go on another minute? Because if not, then I'm not sure we're the best fit for you.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You could, yeah. If they're like if
If if they seem kind of like apathetic, they're like, oh,
yeah,
just what,
if they seem
whatever.
kind of apathetic, it's not really bothering you, and like they're like, yeah, I guess, but like it's like okay, well, you know, the people that we work with, they're at a situation where their current physique or their health situation, whatever, it is a 10 out of 10 burning problem. Something that they're not willing to spend another day, minute, second living that reality. And that's why they're coming to us to help them fix that. If you're not there, if it's just like a 5 out of 10, which I feel like it is for you, maybe I'm wrong, like it wouldn't make sense for us to talk about to go any further in this conversation because you're just not at the level of motivation to actually follow through and take action and become a case study of ours. So with that said, do you agree? Am I wrong? Did we miss something? Is there something that we haven't spoke about that maybe it is a burning problem? And if they're like, no, I think you're right, which is, they might say that, but they might be like, usually like, no, dude. I mean, the thing that's really bothering me is that blank, or they'll usually like crack and then just open up. But
Yeah.
it's not like using that as your first tactic, right? That's
No, that's more like
the unsell
nuclear
is like,
option.
I'm getting off the fucking call if you don't tell me this is a burning problem in the next like 30 seconds. I'm already
Yeah.
thinking of the tea that I'm going to go drink. You know, they're like, wait a second, this guy's not going to like tell me about his program. I'm like, whoa, whoa. Well, no, dude, like actually, yeah, it really does suck. The other thing is like, okay. So you mentioned, this part of your life is affected, this part, this part, this part. Um, which is there any one of those which is bothering you the most? Yeah, it's this thing. And then at least they'll just tell you, and then you just talk about it and dig on it. And, that's another, thing that you could do.
Yeah, could be, oh well, the thing with my girlfriend and work, it does bother me, but really uh it's the fact that I used to have abs that drives me insane because I see myself in the mirror every day and every day is a reminder that I don't look the way I used to look. And obviously, it's not just about appearance either. I was a lot more fit back then, and I felt better about myself, and I was really crushing it at work, and everything was going great with my girlfriend. I feel like everything ties back to being at a body fat where I could see my abs, maybe like
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. It's like the contrast, it's like, okay, so your identity back then was someone who's super fit. Yeah. You know, the relationship was going really well. You're crushing at work. You were that guy. People were like, you know, I guess, in awe of. And now when you look at yourself, he's still in there, but the person you are today is not that. Is that the thing that's really bothering you the most? Is that accurate? Yeah. Okay. Well, like, what needs to change for that guy to reappear? Like, what needs to change right now? Well, uh, you can go, there's so many different directions that you can go in the call, but they're all kind of like leading to the same place.
Yeah, because it helps establish the gap, like where you are now, where you want to be, right? Or what, or the activities you think you needed to to follow to get to where you want to be, and then the program is that bridge to get across. Well, what made you reach out to us? Because you described X, Y, and Z. Our
Yeah.
program offers X, Y, and Z. So, um, is that what made you reach out, or
Yeah.
was it something else?
Yeah, exactly. So, there's one of the, I guess, the frameworks that I follow, you know, on these calls is, you have these different layers, right? So there's the surface level, surface level, and then there's reality. Or surface level is like, I'm not in great shape anymore. Reality is like, I'm 18% body fat. I'm 225 pounds. I'm kind of fat, skinny fat. I lost muscle. Um, what's actually the truth of what's going on? Yeah, my girlfriend and I used to have sex every single night. Now it's like once a week. And I'm not, I'm embarrassed of myself whenever I look in the mirror. Okay. The next level is like the absurdity. right? So it's like, you could get into, well, all right, well, what have you been doing to change that, if anything? Fucking everyone calling me. So, well, I've only been going to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. Okay, so all this is going on, but you've only been putting in 2, 3 hours a week to fix it. Well, why? God,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem like a big, Like, I just realized that the way I've been showing up is really stupid. I need to be putting in more time and effort, maybe get some help, mentorship. And then it's like the ownership is, uh, like, why haven't you been putting in more time? Okay, so you feel like the thing you need is that you need help and you need to be putting in more time. You need to find a program that's structured. Um, how long have you been looking for a program like that? Oh, well, I haven't. Okay,
Why?
why not? If those are things you feel like you need, why haven't you been doing them? And ownership is like they have to answer that. Well, I guess I've just been, telling myself that it's not that bad. Okay, well, why have you been doing that? Well, I didn't just, I don't know. The truth is kind of painful. Okay.
If it's not that bad, why do you book the call today?
Yeah, like where was that belief when you booked in the call? That's not that bad. Well, yeah, I guess it is that bad. All right. Is it that bad or is it not that bad? It is that bad. Okay. So is it fair to say that the reason why you know, you've allowed this reality to happen is because you've just been in denial. You've not been telling yourself the truth because it's too painful. Yeah. But do you want to keep doing that? No. Why not? Well, because blah, 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 blah. And then the last thing is like, you know, the identity of like, well, okay, so you've been this person in the past who you were super proud of. You got all these good results. Now you're this person who's been in denial, which has led to you being really fat and stuff. You don't want to be this person anymore. No. Okay. Well, who do you need to be so that you get back into good shape? Well, I need to be disciplined. I need da, da, da. I need to do this. I need to face reality. I need to do all these things. Okay. And why, if you do you need our help to make that happen? Well, usually if you dig deep enough, you find the burning problem and all that. Like they'll rationalize and answer why they want help. Or do you want to, you know, you, or you could just ask, since you got in good shape before, what got you on a call? Why not just do what you did before? Oh, well, that wouldn't work. Okay, so what do you feel like you do need to make this happen? Oh, I need that X, Y, and Z. Okay, and why? Why from us? Oh, well, I liked your thing and da da da. Oh, okay, gotcha. And then you just kind of summarize and hit them with like a commitment question. How much longer do you want to keep being this person who's, you know, not looking in the mirror, like for, embarrassed looking in the mirror, not having the sex you want, like making less money, not feeling proud of yourself, being the person that's, you know, a shadow of who you used to be. How much longer are you willing to be that person? Not another day. Got it. Okay. Cool. Well, definitely covered a lot of ground. Um, is there anything else on your end that we haven't discussed you feel like I should know? They might say yes, they might say no. Okay, cool. Well, super clear on where you're at, where you want to go. If you like, I can walk you through how we can make that happen, A through Z. Okay, cool. Then you just go into the pitch.
Nice.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
keep calling me.
Good. Popular guy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you run. I know you has another call coming up.
Yeah. Um, yeah, man. Good stuff though. Hopefully you got some good takeaways. Yeah,
You
the
know, it's not so much that it's stuff that I didn't know, but it's just a reinforcement of it,
mhm.
right? Just
I can tell you've done it before.
it's reinforcement and drilling the basics, drilling the fundamentals, just practicing again and again, getting that flow where it's it's
Yeah.
not as robotic, and you're not hesitating as much, where you're like, okay, he
Yeah.
said this, boom, I know exactly what to
Yeah.
say on the spot.
Yeah. Or
And
like
not
a
this
fit.
not,
Yeah.
not being scripted either, just like you're so in tune with what the other
Yeah.
person's saying that you're like, okay, I know where to
Yeah.
go from
Yeah.
here.
On my pre-call checklist here, it says tune into the uh, tuning into them, trusting that the next question will come, just emptying your mind. And, if you practice like empathetic listening, which is not just there's listening, there's active listening and empathetic listening. Like listening is like you hear what they're saying. Active listening is like you're really focused on what they're saying. And, you know, empathetic listening is when they're talking, you're putting yourself in their shoes and be like, oh, wow, wait, your girlfriend said what? Damn. If that were me, that would make me feel pretty bad. Like, let me ask about that. Following the thing that you're most curious about. Um, that's a lot to it. And then just making sure you're going once you're on the topic, you just keep going down until you hit a point where you're like, oh, the conversation gets interesting. We go from just vague to like very specific and general. It's like, we're getting into something. I can see when you're tuned into them, you can also see when people start squirming around or their voice changes, or you could see they're starting to get uncomfortable or emotional. And just knowing that people like to split up the sales call, like discovery, into various chunks. There's like, oh, the current situation and the desired situation, and there's like this and there's that. But really, it's like pain, 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 and then they buy. Realistically,
Yeah, because it's not so much about where you want to go,
yeah,
it's about removing the current pain,
100%. It's about like
right?
that's what they're buying. They're not buying some faraway goal. They're
Yeah.
buying exactly removal of their current shitty
The
situation.
yeah, the thorn in the lion's paw, right? Because you tell the
Yeah,
lion like, "Oh, I can do this for you and that for you." He's like, "That's cool, but I just really want to get this thorn out of my paw right now." And that's where the attention is. And what I think one of the issues looking back now with the discovery is it just sounded like a lot of other discoveries. It was just general stuff like, "Oh, I don't
yeah,
feel
yeah,
good about myself, and my girlfriend doesn't find me attractive, and it's probably impacting me at work too." But it's like, yeah, you and a million other people.
exactly.
So I didn't get to like the meat
Yeah,
where I was like, okay, I understand something unique about your situation that is different than what
yeah,
other people are going through. Because then I have something to like latch onto. And I didn't have it. So that's
yeah,
that's that's part of the reason I think I didn't really stick on each thread as much as I wanted, as I should have, because I felt like just not getting enough over here. And it seems like what he's saying maybe is not that important for me to pay attention to. Looking back, no, I knew I was wrong because you pointed out some things. You're like, oh, I said this. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I should have stuck with that a little bit longer.
yeah,
But yeah, those are the big takeaways for me. So I'm gonna work on
yeah.
that.
You don't want to be having boring conversations. Like the whole thing is like getting to the real conversation as fast as possible. Like what's
Yeah.
really going on? That Scott, you want to call right now to talk about getting your fitness all like, you know. Well, what's really going on is like blank. You're like, holy shit, I never heard that before. That's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
and just you know, not switching topics super fast. That's another one going into like the other thing is like um it's just like a gut check when I'm talking. If I'm asking him a question, your question is the answer you're giving me pain? It's like negative or is it neutral? You ask me about my workouts. Well, I go to the gym 3 times a week. Well, that's very neutral. There's not much pain there, unless you're going to tie it into like the ownership of like, well, I mean, what do you feel like you need to be doing to get to the shape that you're in before that you're not doing now? Oh,
Yeah, my
I
reason
need
for
to be
the
doing this and that. Okay,
my
so
reason for
why
asking
have
about go
uh
ahead.
blank reason?
Yeah. The reason I asked about the workouts because I was trying to understand what are you doing right now to try to solve the problem.
Right. But they don't
So
what here's the thing. People don't care about the the solution to the problem or what's causing the problem until they're very clear on how bad the problem is and like why it's a problem
Yeah,
in the first place and how bad it is and why they don't need to change it now. Then we can go into like what's causing it and then what's the solution and then why us and the rest is kind of downhill.
yeah, and it's just so obvious now. I didn't get to the burning problem. I had to dig more before doing that stuff, and so yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind for the future.
Yeah, man. But it's uh it's like riding a bike, you've done it before. Just kind of getting back on, shaking some of the rust off maybe and it's fitness is I think I never sold fitness, but I feel like it'd be very easy to sell. You just it's a very for a lot of people it's a very painful subject to talk about.
Yeah, I sold it not over the phone, but with emails and DMs for a coach.
Yeah.
And it's at least in my experience, it was a lot of the same thing over and over again, where people just a big thing was accountability because they have tried to do things on their own, but they don't stick with it.
Yeah.
So they want a little bit of a drill sergeant, like not real extreme, but somebody to push them and nudge them and
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
hey, listen, today's your workout. Send me send me a screenshot of what you did today
Yeah.
when you're done. So that
Yeah.
little bit of extra nudge because they're not able to do it on their own for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Right.
So that was a
But
big
like
thing.
in the discovery, if you're like, what do you feel like you would need to get back into that shape or to get to that shape or to get you out of the situation into the shape you want to be, whatever, however you phrase it, they're like, I don't know. You can always volunteer three. Well, most people come to us for like three, they tend to fall in like one of three camps or if not multiple. Are you cool if I share those? Yeah. Well, number one, they don't have a plan. They don't know what to eat, how to work out, what to do. They just, they don't, just, that's what they need. Number two, they want help executing that plan. They want to know how to do the workouts. They want to make sure they're doing it right. They want somebody to give them coaching and feedback and make sure that they're actually progressing. And then number three, people, they want either accountability, someone to like hold their feet to the fire and make sure they actually do it, or a community of people that are supportive and doing the same thing. Which one, if not multiple of those, which one, if any of those, would you fall into? I think all three. Okay. Why do you say that? Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Okay, got it. And so, you know, of all people that do fitness, what is it about blank blank XYZ brand that had you want to reach out to us? Oh, well, I like this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's
So,
actually really accurate because from my experience, they are looking for those four things.
yeah.
It's having a plan, it's execution, like is my form right? Like am I doing
Yeah.
this exercise the right way or the wrong way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Accountability, and then some people like community too.
Yep.
They don't like doing it alone. They like the feel of seeing other people working towards the same goal.
Exactly. I got to hop. I'm like, speaking of my girlfriend, I got to call her back and then I got to call in 6 minutes. But
Cool.
I'll send you this when it's recorded and let me know if you want to do another one.
Yeah, man, we'll do another one. I recorded too, so I'm good on that end.
Ah, okay, perfect.
All right, see you.
Sounds good, man. Take it easy.